Good evening, respected judges, fellow professionals, and my dear friends. Your reputation is what people say about you, but your brand is what Google says about you. Let me start with a simple question. If I Google your name today, what will I find? A LinkedIn profile updated maybe 2 years ago, an article that you might have written in your old college days, or maybe nothing. Let me throw you another question. If a client needs a CA today, will they find you or the loudest person on Instagram? This takes me to today's topic, personal branding for a CA. Is it a need or just a noise? So what do you mean by personal branding? Personal branding is not about dancing in Instagram reels. Neither it is showing luxury cars or watches. And it is definitely not being an influencer to become an influencer overnight. Personal branding is not self-promotion, but it is clarity of value. For a chartered accountant, personal branding simply means what people think about you when you are not in the room. So it's your reputation at scale. Earlier, reputation used to travel by word of mouth, but now it travels with your LinkedIn post, your social media presence, your digital footprint. Ever imagined why earlier CAs never needed personal branding? Let's be honest, our seniors built excellent practice, but they never used hashtags. They never had a Facebook profile. Why? Because limited number of CAs were there earlier. Fewer compliance options, limited entry barrier, and high client dependent on local references. But now the world has changed. Today, thousands of CA passes every year. Client compare professionals online. Even a startup founder checks LinkedIn profile of a chartered accountant before approaching him. So the market dynamics have changed, not the profession. So coming to the point why personal branding is needed today. Let me give you 3 strong reasons. Number 1, trust is built before the first meeting. Study shows that over 70% of the people search the chartered accountant's online presence before the meeting. So when I post consistently on LinkedIn regarding tax updates, finance updates, or the personal finance experience that I had with my clients, the trust has already been developed. So in the first meeting, the communication is not about how can we trust each other. The communication starts with how can we work together. So that is the power of visibility with value. India has more than 160 million users of LinkedIn, and majority of the LinkedIn users are business owners, entrepreneurs, or the decision makers. That's our target audience. So in professions built on trust, visibility without credibility fails, but credibility without visibility disappears. Number 2 is differentiation with crowd. Today there are more than 4 lakh chartered accountants in India. Skill is no longer rare. Visibility with integrity is rare. Today clients don't ask CA, are you a CA? They ask you, do you explain things simply? Are you proactive? Do you know my business? So personal branding answers all these questions publicly. Your content becomes your silent salesman. Professionals who shares educational content consistently receive 3 to 5 times higher referrals than those who rely totally on the referrals. This is my personal observation as well. And number 3 is opportunity beyond clients. So personal branding does not just bring clients. It brings speaking opportunities. It brings brand collaborations. It gives you media visibility. And it gives you talent who wants to work with you. So LinkedIn has turned many CAs into educators, thought leaders, and policy influencers. not because they shouted, but because they shared knowledge consistently. Now the important question is, when does this personal branding becomes noise? So personal branding becomes noise when accuracy is compromised over reach, when ethics are sacrificed for engagement, half knowledge is presented confidently, and branding becomes louder than competence. As CAs, credibility is our currency. So if branding dilutes professional dignity, promotes shortcuts, creates misinformation, then yes, it's a dangerous noise. So you may ask, what is the right way of personal branding for chartered accountants? The best branding is educational, not sensational. To be consistent, not viral. And be ethical, not exaggerated. We don't need to be influencers. We need to be visible professionals. A CS brand should say, the person knows the law, respects the ethics, and communicates clearly. So, is personal branding really a noise or a need? Personal branding without substance is definitely a noise, but substance without visibility is invisibility. As chartered accountants, our duty is to spread financial literacy, to protect trust, to uphold professional values. Personal branding is simply a modern tool to do that responsibly. In today's digital world, if you don't define your brand, the internet will define it for you. And that, my friends, is a risk no CA should take. When 70% of our clients research us before the first meeting, personal branding is no longer marketing. It's a professional hygiene. Thank you.